Assalamu alaikum. My name is Riyaza, and I'm the student of MS Chemistry, but batch 4. I'm presenting this topic Tuberose to Sir Hammad, HOD of UMT Chemistry. And here the plant is tuberose. The main thing that I will discuss, that is growth, oil extraction, uses, and economic importance of the tuberose. First of all, I will go towards that introduction. Essentially, uh, scientific name of tuberose is Polyanthus tuberosa L, and it is a 16 to 120 centimeter long, and it belongs to the Aspergillus family. It's and it is an artificial plant, ornamental plant, and that is used for to enhance the beauty of anything. And the classification that is belong to the kingdom plantae, and here is the classification of the tuberose plant. Now I will go towards the origin and the history of these plants. Tuberose generally originally it was raised from the Mexico, and now it is grown all over the world, and it is mostly used for the ornamental and the decorational purposes. And its some farms also grow in the USA, and it is globally known plant. And is the if we will go towards the botanical description, tuberose, that is half hardy, that is the perennial plant. And it is mostly have bulbs which grow underground, and the flowers boost the funnel shaped, and they are the parient, and they emit the fragrance. They are waxy white glow and measuring approximately 25 millimeter in the length. And here's the requirement which are required for the growth of the plant, and it mostly requires 16 to 30 degrees Celsius temperature, and the maximum upper limit is a 40 degrees Celsius. If we go beyond the 40 degrees Celsius, then its enzyme will not work and it will not grow there. Now we will move towards the agronomy of the tuberose. And the tuberose, that is the 1200 to 1500 meter, that is the and if we will discuss its photoperiodism will play very important role in promoting the vegetative axis growth, and light intensity will also affect its growth. Water is very important crucial factor, and the pH that is required for this normal growth, that is 6.5 to 7.5. Now there are the three varieties forms of the tuberose. First, and these are on the basis of the flower shape. First of all, that is single. If they contains only single wall, this will be called as the single plant, and it is mostly grown in the Hyderabad, Rajawat, and Kolkata. Second is a semi-double. Semi-double means they have two or the three walls, and that is semi-double. Now we will move towards the double, and the group comprises of varieties with more than three words. These will be called as the double. And here, that is the form. It is seen from the picture that it contains at least three words of the petals. Now here is the semi double. Variegated, the National Botanical Research Institute in Lucknow. It creates two types of the plants with leaves that have white or the yellow streaks. Its forms are the Rajat Rekha, that is it is a Hindi name, and out of the total, that is 0.089%. And other is the Swarmarika, Shringar, and Swanshi. These are also the cultivated forms of the tuberose. Next, that is the cultivation of the tuberose. First, we have to discuss the physical factors for the land of tuberose. Land should be the land should be soft, it should be absorptive for the water, and there is could be the good drainage properties, and it should not water lost. And second is the soil treatment before cultivation, that is very crucial, and the ensuring the health growth of the plant. And for this, ploughing is first of all we have to plough the field for the to facilitate the proper growth. And sometimes there is sometimes there is drawn some the manure in that field, and that the duration is 15 days. When we will throw the manure in that field, it will soft the soil. Bulb and the seed treatment, optimal condition which are essential हैं for successful sowing of the tuberose seeds, and it contains 60 to 80% of germination will depend upon the bulb and seed treatment, and it will grow in the time period of January to March in the plants and April to May in the hills. And there is the treatment with the gibberellins, that is the growth promoting hormone in the plants, and when the plant is not sufficiently producing it, then we can artificially spray gibberellins onto the plants, and it will help in the growth. Third is the bulb size. University of the Swabi, Pakistan. It conducted a study and looked at tuberose bulbs with the three sizes, that is 2.5 centimeter, 1.5 diameter, and the small sizes are also known. Next is the propagation. It can be propagated by the two ways. First, that is by the bulbs. Bulbs will be taken and they will be sown into the field, and now the whole plants will grow from that bulb. And second is the by seeds. Seed are also obtained from the flowers, and we will sow these seeds to the field, and by the proper conditions these seeds will grow into the adult plant. Dormancy and supporting of the bulbs. Research has revealed that tuberose bulbs exhibit a high concentration of the abscisic acid. Means you have to during the dormancy. A dormancy condition is, if we will speak in the Urdu, that is the khwabedgi condition, or and in the dormancy, the plants have potential to grow, but they will be in the sleeping position because conditions are unfavorable. So we can apply the abscisic acid to break that dormancy. Role of the gibberellins in the cones. Research indicates that gibberellins play a significant role in initiating the flower in the polyanthus, tuberosa, L, and high performance liquid chromatography. All this can be applied to improve the role of gibberellins. And next, there is the micropropagation. Micropropagation, here we will deal towards the genes to improve the qualities, flower size of the plant. That is the micropropagation. For this, we will apply various chemicals. They may be the BAP, NAA, and MS media. They will induce the root formation. And water irrigation management is very important for sowing the tuberose plant. Another, sowing time and spacing of the plants, that is also very important, because if the spacing is not enough, then plants will not get space to grow in the size and in their width. And other factor that is very important for the spacing, that is the plants have to grow their roots to the field, and if the field plants grow towards the in the field, and the roots will grow deep towards the soil. And if the plants are too close, then in the roots in the soils will not absorb the water, or the water will be insufficient for the both the plants. So there should be the enough spacing between the plants for the proper growth. Next is the earthing up and the stacking. Earthing up means pilling up the soil around the base of the plant. It will also important the quality of the flowers. Nutrients management is also very important. First of all, we have to examine the soil, that it contains the sufficient nutrients or not. If they doesn't contain the sufficient nutrients, then we have to supplement these nutrients by the fertilizers. Next, there is the application of the growth regulators. Growth regulators are the chemicals which regulate the growth, and they are poured onto the plants in a very specific and calculated amounts. Harvesting is also very important. 85 to 100 days will take for the post planting process, and the lifting, curling, and storage of the bulbs. That is all these terms are introduced in the bulb maturation. Sort of the bulb by the size we have. When we sow the bulbs into the soil, then we have very conscious about the size of the bulbs, because it will determine the size of the next generation. There is the yield of plant is influenced by the various factors: position, number, variety of spikes, along with the climatic conditions, and producing 20 tons per hectare 2 to 3 years. And post harvesting activities, these are the grading process involves sorting. You have to sort the lower spikes based on their length and the number of the flowers and they bear. They will achieve the high yield, preferential select hoga. And next is the packing and the transport. In the various parts of words it is not grown. For example, in the Pakistan, Punjab, like Sialkot, Gujranwala, it is not sown. So, and for the ornamental processes we have to import these flowers. So and it is mostly grown in Mexico. From Mexico it is exported to the various parts. So the packing and transport is very important. Local delivery, tuberose flower delivered in the dry form. However, if they are intended for the export, tuberose will be placed in the pulsing solution. And when for the excessive packing, mishandling will compromise the quality of the flowers. We have to use the materials that will increase their shelf life, and we have to be very choosy in terms of choosing the materials that will increase their shelf life. Purchasing and holding of solution, that is also very important. We will take the 10 sucrose solution. It will extend the post harvest life of the tuberose flowers, and it will increase by the 4 days and increase the flower opening by 13%. Means flower opening will be delayed, then we can export it very easily. To get the high flower production, we will flowers will be typically ready for harvesting in 3 to 4 months. So that is very 7 to 5 lakh per hectare spikes are produced. So to get the high flower yield production, we have to use sometimes gibberellins, auxins. Micronutrients requirement is also very important, which are required. These are the calcium deficiency in the soil with the bud root of the tuberose flowers. So calcium is also micronutrients, but is also very important for the normal growth. And low zinc level, that is the boron deficiency, it will include the abnormal growth. And magnesium deficiency, magnesium is a part of chlorophyll, if it is not present there will be the stunted growth. And integrated management of nutrients, that is also very important for it. What is the best practice to get the high yield of tuberose? For the best tuberose yield, start by treating the bulb with 0.2 bavastin solution before the planting. We have to immersed the bulbs in the 0.2 Bavacin solution. It will improve the growth and the flower production in the plant, enhancing tuberose yield by the rhizobacterium. And rhizobacterium is nitrogen fixing bacteria. If it is present, it will fix the nitrogen. When it will fix the nitrogen, obviously the growth will be improved. Impact of organic fertilizers which are obtained from the living organisms, these are also called as the biofertilizers. 80 to 40 kg per hectare of nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium is required. And they may be azobacter, phosphate solubilizing bacteria. All these are the all these are the microbes which will help in growth of the vegetative parts. Next is the foliar application of the silicon. But there are the materials and method which are required for the proper growth and results and discussion. Conventional plants benefit, and in conclusion it is evident that conventional plants outperform the tissue cultured plants across the vegetative, floral and bulb parameters. They result in the higher yield. Future research avenues may explore the use of bulbs from the first generation tissue culture plant to raise a second generation for the further evolution. There are also the important the cold storage. These are also stored in the cloud. And the weed control, very important. Pest control hai, we have to bud border applied. Nematodes are also very important. Yes, these are significant threat hai for the tuberose के लिए and causing issues like stunting growth. So their to control their growth is very important factor. Spider and mites, and they may eat up and sap suck machines. These are also called as sap suck machines, and uh, they will suck the sap and the growth will be stunted. Grasshopper, aphids, weevils, thrips, these are also the factors. All the microbes are the small living organisms which will affect the growth. Next is the disease control. For the disease control we have to apply chemicals for the stem rot and for the leaf spot and leaf blight, botrytis blight. These are the diseases which will affect the growth of the plant. So far their growth is very important. uh, to control their growth is a significant factor. Next is greasy streak, rusty flower, diversification of the tuberose. Uh, Diversified means in the various regions of the world, there are the different climatic conditions, nutrient requirements in the plants. So all these factors will collectively contribute towards the diversity of the tuberose. Annual production of tuberose in the total of the 100%, Netherlands will produce 55%, Colombia 35%, Ecuador 28%, Belgium 24%, Ethiopia 10%, Italy 8%. In Pakistan it is grown in the very least amount. Chemical composition of the tuberose, promote adoption of the different methods, enhance the chemical constituents in the different varieties of tuberose. Environmental effects of tuberose, forcing the culture by different planting dates and the variety. That's also very uh, uh, we have seen that in every crop will be grown in a specific conditions, and in a specific temperature. So in Pakistan we say that different time regions of the years have different temperatures and the different length of the day. So the time for the sowing the plants is very important, and we have to consider it. Material and the experiments and analysis of data. First of all, they perform the experiments, then they analyze this data, and the result of experiment was that maximum time for 50% flowering was observed in the October planting. We will plant in the October, it will there will be the 50% good flowering. Quality reduction, particularly if we will sow them in the November and December, then the quality of the plants will be reduced. Flower preparation is very important to keep the tuberose flowers fresh. Penicillin is immersed in the water. Regular collections of the flower are made and the extraction of the chemical constituents follows. Tuberose oil extraction method. Tuberose oil is also extracted from the from the flowers, and it is also extracted, and special methods are obtained for, and its oil is very important economically. It is used in many purposes. Characteristics of tuberose oils. Color of the tuberose oil, the primary parameter that will consider the quality of tuberose, that is its color, is indicative of the pigment content within the oil. The freshly extracted oil exhibit the red, green or the brown color. It have the refractive index 14.916 at 25 degrees Celsius. When we will increase or decrease the temperature, obviously the bonding between the interactive forces between the molecules will be changed, and the refractive index will also be changed. Specific gravity of tuberose oil is 0.69 to 1.18 at 15 degrees Celsius. The tuberose oil is slightly acid. A highly acidic value indicates the greater concentration of the free fatty acids in the sample. Ester value. For the ester value, we will use the magnesium and the potassium hydroxide milligram required to sponify the esters 1 gram of the oil. Antioxidant activity. If there is antioxidant, we have to perform the chemical analysis to see that there is antioxidant. Choice of extraction method for natural antioxidant depends on the type of antioxidant sought, and the solvent used for the extraction should align with the polarity of the compounds. Importance of tuberose, that is the commercial important. Cut flowers as the garland in perfumes and in the cosmetics, and then absorbent stick, that is also used. There is the pharmaceutical importance. It is used in the variety of the medicines, that is to increase the blood pressure. It will reduce the infectious symptoms. It will prevent the anemia, relaxation, and the boost the stamina. It will use to treat the insomnia, and it will reduce the cataract, that is the causing the blurred vision. It will treat the cataract. It will also be used influenza treatment and prevent the strep throat, and the anti-tumor property. It is also used in all these. Traditional use of the different plants of tuberose, that is birds are utilized for the diverse purposes such as treating the gonorrhea in the females. They are also employed in the infants to alleviate the rashes, and the tubers will also be used in addressing the infections and soothing the burning skins. And uses of the flowers. The extract from the tuberose flower is also used as an eye wash. Other species of tuberose, Polyanthus genus, that is the Polyanthus polastris, Polyanthus montana, and Polyanthus draginens. These are also very important forms of the tuberose. That tuberose, inherently it is toxic, emits a fragrance with a specific toxicity that can induce a dizziness in the individuals exposed to it. So that is why it's somewhat toxic. And there are some myths and the legends, folklore, and tales about dark legends of the white flowers. The flowers wavy are the tapestry of the folklore across the nations. They are fragrant, while blossoms giving rise to the legendary tale of the tragic existence. And a fashion lover's choice, it is the fashion lover's choice because it will enhance the beauty and inhale for the young girls. Young girls are consoled to breathe in the fragrance of tuberose flower, believe in some regions to act as safeguard against the engaging in the sinful behavior. Long time hanging of the flowers. It is recommended not to keep the tuberose flowers in the bedrooms for extended periods. Prolonged exposure to their scent can lead to the difficulties in the breathing. And amorous madness, it will also induce revengeful ghost attack and perilous joy. Legends of the tuberose and the night queen. Tuberose holds a title of the queen of the night due to its remarkable fragrance, and its intense aroma is the testament to its natural beauty. And so that was all about my presentation. So thank you.